It has
touch,
some really,
good.
it's touch based, and before I get into display, because that's really the big piece here, it has some really nice specs. You're looking at i7 Haswell, 16 gigabytes of RAM, 512 gigabytes of SSD.
SSD.
Yes.
All right.
What I really wanted to show off was just the speed at which the display runs at. So this display, and this is the thing that really knocks your socks off, is it's 3200 by 1800. It's really close. It's better than Retina.
Wow. 3200 by 1800.
Yeah, it's close to 4K. 4K is
really
like 3800 something.
Yeah.
Right. So, I mean,
very high resolution.
Yeah.
It must have a dedicated graphics adapter.
Before I get into display, because that's really the big piece here, it has some really nice specs. You're looking at i7 Haswell, 16 gigabytes of RAM, 512 gigabytes of SSD.
SSD.
Yes.
All right.
3.0 USB ports. Mini display, HDMI, all the good stuff you'd expect, cameras, all the whiz bangs that you'd expect to see, including an SD card. So it's really nice, just from the top, just looking at the specs alone, it's really, really nice. What I really wanted to show off was just the speed at which the display runs at. So this display, and this is the thing that really knocks your socks off, is it's 3200 by 1800. It's really close. It's better than Retina.
Wow. 3200 by 1800.
Yeah, it's close to 4K. 4K is
really
like 3800 something.
Yeah.
Right. So, I mean,
very high res, and yet no trouble pushing those
camera.
pixels.
Yeah.
It must have a dedicated graphics adapter. I'm thinking.
It is. And the graphics adapter is a GeForce. It's a 750.
NVIDIA 750 is very good. Yeah.
750 GT. Yeah. So it's pretty ridiculous. And I'm just gonna snap some of the stuff together here, but yeah, it's really, really, really fast. Let's see.
Yeah, I'm thinking this is kind of the creme de la creme.
Yeah, let me just
spend $300 more and get this one, Shannon. Don't buy that big heavy old one.
I think I would.
Yeah.
I'm kind of liking the display.
Yeah, love the display, love the touch.
The app with all the drinks.
How about battery life? We were only getting 5 hours out of the Toshiba.
This one is pushing 7 hours.
Okay.
Right now, if I'm just looking at the desktop.
Even with that big screen.
Even with this huge screen, just pointing at it right now.
You know, Dell's always had the reputation of being kind of the tanks, the boring tanks, the kind of gray boxes. This is pretty nice. This is pretty sexy. You think that's reestablishing Dell and as a designer?
They're pushing themselves to the limit with this line. So the XPS line has always been something that's very high end.
Right.
You know, pushing more pixels and pushing more specs out the door and trying to get things more thinner.
I loved my XPS 13, but it looked a lot more like that Toshiba laptop. It was a big old honking brute.
Right.
This is sexy. This is good looking.
The new 13 is beautiful. The one that I reviewed last week, I loved it.
So this is comparable to the 13, just the 15-inch version of it.
But the 13 doesn't have the same resolution either.
Yeah.
It's a little bit lower key than this 15.
This is $2,300. Now you can get a lower resolution screen, a smaller processor, and that kind of thing for lower money. This sounds like we got the top of the line of the XPS 15.
This is the top of the line. Actually, you'll expect this kind of resolution even at the mid-range.
Really?
Yeah. So that's saying a lot.
Yeah.
All things considered. This is a 4K video, and since we've been talking about MWC, this is a Barcelona demo, and it's running at, this is 4K per se, but obviously we're running at 3200 by 1800.
No frames dropped, beautiful fluid motion.
I mean, just looking at it right now,
blows me away that you can do that.
Yeah, it just destroys anything I've seen before.
Yeah.
So, I mean, just looking at how the texture is, I mean, and this is a YouTube video of all things. You don't even see the artifacts.
Right.
So it's really, really sharp and ridiculous.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, the people that are seeing this from the audience won't.
You're seeing it in a lower quality.
Right, absolutely.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, just being able to see things like you're inside the train station and seeing all the different detail.
Oh, that's so pretty.
Oh,
it's
man,
nice.
It's just off the wall. So here are some things too I wanted to show off.
It does feel very fluid too.
Oh, it's very fluid.
Well, you'd have to have a lot of horsepower to push all those pixels.
Right. And as I was showing that to you, these are actually games that are running in the background.
Wow.
And that one just stopped at that moment because I just had it running for so long. But
it finally gave up on you.
Yeah, it finally gave up on me. But
16 gigs of RAM doesn't hurt.
16 gigs of RAM doesn't hurt at all. Let me see if Despicable Me still works. Oh, that stopped too.
Oh, you killed it with a 4K video, I think, is what happened. You're not going to play Halo.
No. But at least we can see, just even the fact that we're running at this resolution, a lot of the games are supporting it.
Yeah.
So we're
seeing
seeing
this is a good gamer laptop then, you think?
Oh, it's great.
Yeah.
If Brian pulls up some of the specs on there, here it is. These are actual fun games running at 1366.
Yeah.
But this is actually